We're live here at Lakeville. Woodbury and their away Blues on the ice for warm-up. And here comes, oh, it's Lakeville South. Lakeville South we're playing today. South in their home whites. We'll get started in about 5 minutes or so here. Two goalies dressed for Lakeville South. Toby, our one and only, getting some work in. 3 minutes left in warm-ups, and we'll kick it off. I see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 skaters for Lakeville South. They might have somebody out, maybe not, I don't know. Robbie Friend out sick today for Woodbury. Not sure if anyone else is missing from the squad. Robbie fighting the sickness that's going around, so. One minute, 20 seconds of warm-ups remaining. Seasoned professionals in stripes. Might have to take my retainer out. The S's are tough. But I'm making good progress on my Invisalign, so I really want to take them out. That's the horn. Pick up some pucks. Woodbury versus Lakeville South. A little Wednesday night hockey action. Game on. Woodbury in blue, Lakeville South in white. Graham and Hensler start on defense behind Brock, Mav, and Porter. Porter at right, Brock at left, Mav at center. Game on. Wins it. Back to Graham, over to Hensler. Up to Porter. Porter gets stopped at the red line. Woodbury quickly up to Porter. Kicked back out on some skates. Graham, offsides. Everybody changes for both teams. Schilling's out there now with Pidich. Excuse me. Schilling's at right wing, Newman at center, Uncles Bay at left. Glancy and Pidich, your D-men. Brought it in quickly, but right back out to the neutral zone for Pidich to Glancy. Back over to Mason. Mason off the boards to Schillings. Picked up by Uncles Bay. Uncles Bay over to Schillings. Miles works on the wall. Back to Pidich. Pidich from the point. Sends it to Masons. One timer to Uncles Bay. Goes wide left. Glancy trying to work it down there with Newman. Lakeville will clear the zone. Schillings there to interrupt and dumps it right back in. Back and forth. Pidich knocked away. Glancy. Shot. Saved. Rebound. Still loose behind the net. Wrap around. Oh, we got a whistle. We got a whistle. We got a cross check penalty on Woodbury. I think it looks like Bjorn Newman will sit down for a minute and a half and give Lakeville a power play with 12:39 left in the first period. 0-0 game. Fleeman and Hensler with Van Leer and Gliniani, your penalty kill. Logan takes the face off. Waiting for the time to come up on the penalty. There we go. Van Leer. Here comes Asher. Gets it poked away to the wall. Van Leer in the corner working. Remember, we're short-handed right now. Out comes Lakeville. Hensler eyes up the puck. Lakeville will work it down. Tried to move it across. Saucer pass picked up by Van Leer. He's in the corner. Tied up with two. Fleeman tries to help him. Loose puck on the wall. Still battling, still battling. And knocked out by Fleeman. Good hustle there. No clock for the, 45 seconds left in the power play for Lakeville. Hooking called on Van Leer. Will give Lakeville 5-on-3 advantage for 37 seconds. And then a power play. Shilkin, Maverick, Glancy, and who else is out there? A lefty might be, can't tell. Goes to the wall for Lakeville. Oh, they lose the zone. Mavs all over him. Here comes Shilkin. Maverick all by himself. Goal! A shorty by Mav Shilkin. Off the miscommunication by Lakeville makes it 1-0 Woodbury. Good job on Mav to jump on that one. Still an advantage for Lakeville. 5-on-3 for 26 seconds. And then a power play still. Pidich back on defense with Hensler and Maverick for your penalty kill. In the corner, Lakeville. Back to the point. Across the other D-men. Steps up. Shot. Blocked by Toby. Bounces hard back out to the D-men. Shot goes wide left. Didn't touch anybody. Lakeville tries to slap it on goal. Blocked by Shilkin. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Kicked around. Hensler out there and sends it into the stands. Five on four now, advantage Lakeville South for 45 seconds. Woodbury up 1-0. Porter takes the face off. Shot, kicked away by Toby. Brock is out there with Porter, Dane, and Pidich. Shorthanded Brock comes in. Puts it on goal, knocked away. Hensler gets the rebound, sends it behind. 35 seconds left of a man advantage for Lakeville South. Woodbury trying to fight it in our own zone. Pidich behind the net. Ties it up. Pidich keeps working, killing time, sends it around back, gets past Porter. Lakeville trying to clear it. Here they come. Gets pushed wide. Oh. Hensler gets called for roughing. And that will continue a power play for Lakeville. Need one off. It should be 5 on 3. 5 on 3 for 11 seconds. Advantage Lakeville. Graham, Newman, and Uncles Bay. Shot, goal! Oh man, I didn't switch it. I'm sorry. It was a fluke goal. Newman sends it on net. Gets kicked away, and then Newman able to bury it into an empty net. Sorry for not changing the channel on you there, but Woodbury up quick 2-0. 2-0 Woodbury at both shorthanded goals. Newman got an easy one there after a bad call by the goalie for Lakeville. Just threw it right back out. 5 on 4 Lakeville still for a minute. Uncles Bay skates it in with Newman. Uncles Bay stops, tries to send it back to Schillings. Neutral zone for Miles. Sends it to the wall, off the skates of the ref. The ref called a penalty on Miles for running into him. Not sure what that was about. 5 on 4, advantage Lakeville. Woodbury up 2-0. Newman with Uncles Bay, Fleeman, and Glancy. Uncles Bay skates it in, takes his time. Mason gets it knocked out of the zone by Lakeville, and Glancy will work the puck. Glancy skates it in on the right, stays with it, shot, goal. Glancy with another shorthander makes it 3-0. Boomer with Gliniani, Fleeman, and Glancy. Glenny takes the face-off, wins it. Back to Glancy. Glancy, still shorthanded, sends it up to Boomer. Gets picked up by Lakeville. Here come Lakeville, slapped away by Glancy. Behind the net for Fleeman. In the corner for Fleeman. Still in the corner. Battling behind the net now. Glenny gets it. Here comes Logan looking for a pass. Drops it. Oh, it's an icing. Tried to get it to Van Leer once we were 5-on-5, but just slipped past him. Full strength for Woodbury. 8:47 left in the first period. It's 3-0 Woodbury. Gliniani to take the face-off. He has Boomer with him. Van Leer. Graham. Tipped wide, no dice. Behind the net for Glenny. He's battling. Logan comes away with it. Logan to Boomer. Boomer. Up to Van Leer. Here comes Van Leer. Over Pidich. Pidich tries a center. Behind the net, Logan G controls it. Back to Pidich. Pidich. Oh, loses the zone. Mason. Resets, gets it to Graham. Graham. Couldn't get it up ice, and Lakeville looks like they're going to try to move it in against Pidich. Poked away by Glenny, and out of the zone for Boomer to pick up. Here comes Boomer. Boomer waits, hesitates behind the net. On the wall with Van Leer. Lakeville picks it up. Kept in by Fleeman. Glenny pokes at it. Boomer picks it up. Logan G back to Fleeman at the point. Fleeman to Logan. Logan. Stick handles, sends it down, picked up by Lakeville. Fleeman and Hensler back up. Shot. Block goes high. On the wall, sent down, stopped by Fleeman. Fleeman cuts back and gets it up to Van Leer all by himself. Here's Asher. Goal! What a beauty by Van Leer. Great pass there from Fleeman. And Woodbury takes a 4-0 lead in the first period with 7:11 to go. Engelhardt at right, Maverick at center, Brock at left. Fleeman and Hensler your D. Looks like Miles is in the box for a 10-minute, I would assume, since he's still in there. Hensler with 3 on him. Gets it to Fleeman. Up to Shilkin. Here comes Mav. Mav loses it on the wall, sends it behind the net. Picked up by Porter. Sent up front, but Lakeville able to grab it. 7 minutes left in the first. Woodbury up 4-0. All shorthanded goals. Shilkin across the ice to Engelhardt. Porter to Brock. Brock. Good pass to Hensler coming in, and that makes it 5-0. Full strength goal there. Brock Shilkin to Dane Hensler for a pretty one. 6:34 left in the first. Newman at center, Uncles Bay to his left. Looks like Glancy at right wing. Graham and Pidich your D-men.
Let's go south!
Lakeville sends it back up, and they dump it into Chase. Mason will get to it first. Pidich. Stuck in the corner. Loose puck. Uncles Bay is going to go for it. Uncles Bay has it. Across to Graham. Graham skates it forward. Graham from the right. Tries to chip it across. Goes high. Uncles Bay loses zone. Takes his time. He's got somebody all over him. Dropped it for Newman. Newman. Here comes Bjorn. Got poked away. Lakeville with the puck. We got a delayed penalty on Lakeville South. And that will whistle it. Got a holding call on Lakeville. Will give Woodbury a power play with 5:31 left in the first. Woodbury up 5-0. Gliniani takes the face off. Boomer to his left, Van Leer to his right. Puck comes out for Lakeville. They clear the zone to Fleeman. Fleeman cuts back. Tries to push through. Picked up by Gliniani. Gliniani. Fake shot. Ooh. Good look there by Logan. Foiled by Lakeville. Baruch loses the zone. A lot of pressure by Woodbury. Lakeville able to push it back against Fleeman. Fleeman all over it. Van Leer helps him. Slides it up for Gliniani. Logan G. Across. Hensler works it on the wall. Hensler comes back to the slot. Takes his time. Over to Fleeman. Fleeman to Hensler at the top. Hensler walks it in a little bit. Leaves it for Van Leer. Van Leer over to Fleeman. Fleeman. Power play for Woodbury with 25 seconds left. Boomer has it. Shot. Blocked. Rebound. Saved. Back to Fleeman. 15 seconds left. Over to Hensler. Hensler. Try to get it down for Glenny. Logan back to Hensler. Over to Fleeman. Fleeman. Drops it for Boomer. Shot by, nope. Shoot! Fleeman sends it across, wide right. Loose puck goes all the way to the neutral zone. Lakeville pushes it forward. Back to 5-on-5 full strength with 3:43 left in the period. Hensler tries to move it up for Logan. Logan runs into a player. Bodies on the floor. Lakeville, here they come. Offsides maybe? I don't know this guy. Yeah. Maverick takes the face off with Engelhart and Brock on his wings. Heidich and Graham, your defense. Mason dumps it in. Brock going to get to it first. Brock behind for Shilkin. Up front, Porter still has it in the corner. Engelhart tries to drop it back, picked up by Lakeville. Knocked down by Engelhart. Engelhart tries to battle and finally out to the neutral zone. Maverick pressures. Brock is there. Slides by for Lakeville. Davis able to get it by Graham. Piled up in the corner. Loose on the wall. Back to the point. Kicked around, and here comes Maverick. Off. Brock offsides there, whistled back. 2:25 left in the first period. 5-0 Woodbury. Bjorn takes the face off with Uncles Bay and Glancy on the wings. Fleeman, Hensler, your D. Back to Lakeville. In our zone. Oh! Still battling on the wall. Trying to keep it in the zone. It's in his skate. Stuck in his skate. And whistled. Got stuck in a Lakeville player's skate. And we'll go down to the...
That's a goal, right?
Go to the dot. Newman wins it. Fleeman tries to battle. Newman picks it up. Stuck on the wall. Lakeville unable to clear it. Glancy gets in the way. Glancy. Glancy, what a beast. Gets it to Fleeman. Fleeman down to Hensler. Hensler chips it for Newman behind the net. Back to Hensler at the point, sends it down, wide left. Fleeman battles in the corner. Behind the net, wraparound, ooh, stuffed. Quick turn by Newman, gets stopped by the goalie. Puck's still in our zone, Fleeman chips it back. Bodies are hitting the floor. Left it for Uncles Bay. Uncles Bay tries to cut between. And Lakeville chips it down for Hensler. Here comes Hensler. One-timer to Newman. And a beauty from Hensler to Bjorn. Makes it 6-0. 57 seconds left in the first period. Woodbury with a little bit of a runaway so far. 4 goals, shorthanded, 2 goals with pretty little one-timers. Gliniani takes the face off with Van Leer and Boomer. 50 seconds left. Picked up by Logan G. Logan tried to center, picked up by Lakeville. And icing on Lakeville. We'll come back down here with 34 seconds. Gliniani wins the face-off to Graham. Graham tries to move it down. Stuck in the corner. Still in the corner. Glenny just battling. Had a chance there in front of the net. Kicked away. Stuffed. And whistled. Nine seconds left in the first period. 6-0 Woodbury. Mason and Grayson behind Braden, Logan, and Asher. Five, 4, 3, 2, and that's your period. 6-0 after 1, Woodbury. We'll be right back. Maverick with Porter and Brock in front of Levi and Dane. Hensler sends it behind for Fleeman. Fleeman off the wall, gets stopped by Lakeville, sent back down for Hensler. He sends it off the wall. Here comes Maverick. Maverick. Tip to his brother. What a pretty goal. Maverick to Brock with the touch. Little brotherly love makes it 7-0. Shilkin to Shilkin. You love to see it. Schillings at right wing back on the ice with Uncles Bay and Newman. Fleeman and Hensler still your D. Mason, Uncles Bay to Hensler. Hensler tipped by Lakeville back to Fleeman. Over to Dane. Dane walls it to Schillings. Miles to Uncles Bay. Fakes. Hensler, quick shot. Tip. Goes wide. Uncles Bay behind the net. In the corner for Schillings. Schillings backs it to Bjorn. He runs into trouble. Uncles Bay to Schillings. Back to Hensler. Sent down. Tried to tip it. No dice. Behind the net. Working. Loose puck in the corner now for Lakeville. Unable to clear. Still battling on the wall. Fleeman tried to keep it in. Too many Lakeville players there, and it's out to the neutral zone. Newman had to have it. Newman gets stuffed. Still loose. Pidich, our only man back. Here comes Fleeman trying to back check. Here comes Van Leer. Van Leer drops it for Logan Gliniani. We got a whistle on Lakeville. Number 7's going to the box for Lakeville, so Woodbury have a power play. I don't know if there's too many men. I'm not sure. He grabbed his arm. Braden, Logan G, and Van Leer in front of Pidich and Glancy now on D. Woodbury with a power play. So we'll keep it down here. Pidich to Glancy. Glancy to Van Leer. Van Leer try to get it in there. Still behind the net. Gliniani works it behind with Van Leer. Van Leer tries to wrap it around. Knocked down, no call. Here comes Lakeville. Pidich battles. Logan G comes to help. Gliniani all over it. Out to the neutral zone. Van Leer. Woodbury able to keep it in the zone. Oh, Logan had his balance off. Pidich has it. Pidich up to Van Leer. Asher will dump it behind and scooped up, covered by the goalie. And we'll have a face-off to the glove side. 7-0 Woodbury in the second period. 10:44 left. 20 seconds of a power play for Woodbury remaining. We got Maverick, Brock, and Porter in front of Dane and Grayson. Back to Hensler. Hensler to Grayson. Grayson. Shot gets deflected and goalie jumps up. Makes a pop fly catch. Goes to the corner. Maverick. Try to slap it back. Picked up by Porter, right back in by Porter. Engelhart gets it slapped away behind the net, but Brock is there. Brock on the wall, back to Dane. Dane, it's 5-on-5 now as the fifth skater comes out for Lakeville. Up front, nobody home. Ooh. Good job by Mav. Ooh. Slapped around, good save. Still loose behind the net. And covered up by 32. Schillings, Newman, and Uncles Bay come out in front of Fleeman and Glancy. 5-on-5 hockey, exactly 10 minutes left in the second period. Woodbury kind of running away with it, 7-0. Woodbury wins it. Shot. Ooh, wide left. Just off the back of the net. Lakeville able to clear. Tip, no icing. Glancy. Reverses. Battle in the corner. Comes out loose for Lakeville. Up front. Oh, slides all the way out to the neutral zone. Uncles Bay is going to hustle down for pressure. Mason all over him. Spun around. Glancy has it now in the far corner. He's going to stop, chip it forward. Schillings tips it for Newman. It's 2-on-1. Newman and Uncles Bay. Newman, shot. Tip goes high. Fleeman keeps it in. It's in the corner for Lakeville. Kept in at the top by Glancy. Newman will pick it up. Slides across the zone for Fleeman. Fleeman, ooh, tried to send it up front. Tip by Glancy, no icing. Up to Uncles Bay. Mason with Newman. Shot, saved. Graham picks it up. Pidich, his defensive partner. Van Leer, Gliniani, and Boomer on the ice now. Mason up to Van Leer. Asher from the right. Up front, foiled by Lakeville, and here they come. No. Good job by Van Leer. Strong hockey move with a stick lift. Boomer fights in the corner with Gliniani. Logan battles behind the net. Still loose in the corner for Van Leer. Back to Boomer, up to Glinny. Shot, saved. Still behind the net. And it looks like Lakeville will clear to Pidich. Pidich skates it in. Lakeville with the puck. Here comes Boomer. Boomer tried to get it up to Van Leer. Glenny tried to fake him out. Picked up by Boomer, still in the zone. Boomer will chip it in. 6:40 left in the second period. Engelhart handles the puck back to Fleeman. Hensler's on the ice now. Brock is down there with Logan G in front of the net. Fleeman gets it knocked away, picked up by Hensler. Hensler tries to find an angle, kicked around, and they send it right on goal. Hensler's there. Up to Brock. Brock to Porter. Porter to Schilk. Ooh, Mav was right there. Poked away by the goalie. Hensler works on Fritz. Chip shot to Brock. Tied up on the wall. Mav comes away with it. Backs it out to Brock. Hensler shot. Goal by Engelhart. Sent in by Hensler from the point. Rebound comes out for Porter, and he buries it to make it 8-0. New goalie will come in for Lakeville. 5:36 left in the second period. Brock, Maverick, and Porter out there with Glancy and Pidich. Engelhart brings it in. Ooh, look for the back door to Brock. Good try. Back to Glancy. Ooh, faked me out. Porter dumps it in, tipped and covered up Schillings, Uncles Bay come out on the wings of Newman. Glancy and Pidich remain. Newman takes the face off. Wins it, back to Glancy. Glancy sends it low. Saved. Newman and Uncles Bay in the corner now. Loose puck behind the net. Sent around for Glancy on the far wall. Glancy won't be denied. Takes on two. Loose puck behind the net for Newman. Newman works. Schillings works. Pidich steps up. Dumps it back down behind. Uncles Bay will go get it in the far corner. And here comes Uncles Bay. Over to Pidich. Pidich tried to get it down to Schillings. Schillings tries to work, and that's an icing. Icing called. We'll come back down here with 4:20 left in the second period. 8-0 Woodbury. Uncles Bay, Newman, Schillings, Pidich, and Glancy. Newman behind the net working with Uncles Bay. Goal! Newman able to get it down in front. Schillings trying to fight for it. Rebound comes out for Newman to be able to finish it off and make it 9-0. Good pressure there. Boomer, Gliniani, Van Leer with Graham and Hensler. Back to Hensler. Hensler fakes, moves it up to Graham. Graham to Boomer. Boomer. Offside's called. Logan G wins it. Oh. Swipe back to Hensler. Up to Boomer. Boomer drops it for Dane. Dane tries to move it up to Van Leer. Lakeville sends it back in. Graham to Boomer. Boomer to Logan G. Logan G just off his stick. Good job by Van Leer. Little stick lift. Passes it to Dane. Hensler will bring it in on the right. Hensler. Shot deflected. Uh-oh. Logan battles for it. Boomer behind the net. Lakeville had too many bodies. Graham. Loose puck. Graham. Up to Boomer. Boomer. Offsides. 2:32 left in the second period. 9-0 Woodbury. Fleeman and Glancy behind Brock, Maverick, and Porter. Maverick. Glancy up to Brock. Brock taps it forward. Over to Maverick. Maverick. Shot deflected. Shilkin in the far wall. Sends it behind the net for Porter. Porter working in the corner. Trying to bring it out. Sends it to Glancy. Glancy. Ooh. Sends it down to Mav. Good tip and covered up. 1:43 in the second. 5 new skaters for Lakeville South. Maverick. Try to win the face-off. Lakeville's pushing it, 2-on-2. Good job by Fleeman. Defense there. Englehart there to help him get it out of the zone. Porter picks it up with Maverick to his left. Now Brock to his left. Uh-oh. Shilkins piled up. Lakeville's got numbers, 2-on-1 against Glancy. Here comes Maverick. Ooh, that's an icing. Trying to get it up to Brock, but no dice. 56 seconds left in the second. Newman, Uncles Bay, Schillings, Pitich, and Graham. Little shot goes wide. Didn't have to touch it for Toby. Here comes Mason. Uncles Bay from the right. Up to Schillings. Slapped away by Lakeville. To the middle of the ice for Graham. Graham gets it to Newman. Newman skates it up the middle. Drops it back for Uncles Bay, sends it in, but the goalie stepped out to block Schillings. All the way back for Pitich. Pitich to Graham. Graham to Uncles Bay. Mason sends it. No rebound up. Quick glove with 5 seconds left in the second period. Newman takes the face off, sends it to the corner, sent on goal. Oh! Just barely slipped by. 9-0 after 2. Woodbury over Lakeville South. We'll be back in just a minute. Gliniani, Boomer, and Van Leer to start the third with Fleeman and Hensler on D.
Let's go!
32 shots on goal for Woodbury, 4 shots on goal by Lakeville. 4 shots, 2 periods. Fleeman, back over to Hensler. Hensler for Logan. Logan skates it up. Ooh! Logan throws it in, tipped by Lakeville, makes it 10. He was just sending it down, and Gliniani able to score a goal with a toss down. 10-0 Woodbury. Clock is running at this point. No change. Hensler handles the puck over to Van Leer. Van Leer sends it on goal. Picked up. Gliniani wins the face-off. Back to Fleeman. In the corner for Glenny. Behind the net now. Still behind the net. Lakeville trying to work it out. Logan G's there. He's not having any of it. Logan, backhand. Ooh. Gets blocked. Hensler. And picked up by Lakeville. Battle in the corner. Back and forth, back and forth. Lakeville has it. Boomer and Glenny want it back. Lakeville looks like they're going to clear against Hensler. Poked away by Fleeman. Picked up by Asher. Asher tried to move through, gets stopped at the blue line, and we got an offsides. Porter, Maverick, and Brock will come out with Glancy and Pidich. Back to Pidich, over to Glancy. Up the wall to Brock. Shilkin from the left. Ooh, tried to center it, stopped, sends it back to Glancy. Glancy. Backhand goal! What a pretty dish by Glancy. All by his lonesome. Walks in, no pass, just a little backhand flicker. 11-0 Woodbury. Almost got it back from him there. Brock and Mav trying to tie him up. Glancy with good D, stops it on the wall. Sent down, tipped around, covered by Toby. Toby was ready for it. Bouncing puck, corralled. Glancy behind the net. Sends it around to Pidich. Pidich stuck on the wall. Mav comes away with it. Up to Porter. Porter from the right with Brock streaking. Porter cuts back. Looking for a gap. Couldn't find it, but Mav is there. Mav behind the net. Getting tied up. Some frustration going on behind the net. Just a battle. Whole lot of nothing. Picked up by Pidich. 9 minutes left. 11-0 Woodbury over Lakeville South. Glancy gets it to Porter. Porter drops it for Mason. He's got Brock. Ooh. Good tip there by Brock. Good stop by Lakeville. Tries to move it up against Hensler. Good poke by Newman. Hensler gets it to Uncle's Bay. Uncle's Bay across to Graham. Graham leaves it for Schillings. Trip. They're not going to call anything. It's 11-0, so just keep playing hockey. Uncle's Bay, good pass from Dane there. Just couldn't get a firm stick on it. Schilling steps up, takes the puck, and control. Sends it to Dane. Hensler. Shot. Wide left. And out to the neutral zone for Grayson. Grayson Graham. Tried to move it up the wall, picked up by Lakeville. 7:30 left in the game. Bouncing puck, gets past everyone, picked up by Hensler. Tries to move it in front for Uncles Bay, just out of reach. Back to Graham. Graham tries to skate it up. Lakeville takes back control. And they are able to clear it, but just over to Graham and Hensler. Van Leer kicks it in. Gliniani and Boomer chase. Glenny gets a stick on it. Fleeman comes out and picks it up. Fleeman off the wall to Boomer. Gets slapped away. Glancy steps up. Glancy will slow it down with 6:40. Right up to Braden. Boomer. Fleeman just couldn't. Just a little bit of control issues there. Gliniani takes it, has it in the corner. Gives it to Van Leer. Van Leer. Shot, glove save. .610 of running time. No change for Woodbury. Boomer, Gliniani, Van Leer, Glancy, and Fleeman to the stick side of South. We win it. Back to Glancy. Glancy slings it down and covered up. 5:40 left in the game. Glenny wins it, back to Glancy. Glancy sends it, tipped by Glenny. Tried to Michigan. Bouncing puck. Couldn't find it. Whole lot of nothing. Good job by Glancy. Knocks it down in the neutral zone. Brings it right back in. Boomer takes his time. Ooh. Got a penalty on Lakeville South. Delayed. He's putting them both in the box. Boomer and 17. Whatever. I think I've seen this ref before. He's got a big chip on his shoulder. For I don't know why, but 5-on-5 hockey. Brock, Maverick, and Porter from left to right. Graham and Pidich. Maverick. It's in the corner, loose behind the net. Lakeville sends it up. Kept in by Woodbury. Porter and Brock battle behind the net. Everyone looks on as the puck is stuck on the wall. 4 minutes left. We're killing time and they're trying to get another shot on goal. 5 so far for the game. Pidich to Graham. Graham sends it in and caught and covered. Shots are 40-5. 11-0 Woodbury. Maverick with the face-off. Stuck on the wall, stuck on the wall. I'm keeping on the goalie because it happens so fast. Porter. Down to Brock. To Mav. Mav takes his time. Drops it for Pidich. Pidich drops it for Mav. Mav. One-timer for Porter. And a good save there by Lakeville. Brock. Tried to back it to Mav. Slapped away. Lakeville able to clear. Maverick picks it up, 1-on-5. Back to Fleeman, 2:20 left in the game. Schillings has it. Uncles Bay and Newman on the ice with him. Hensler, your D-man. Schillings will reset. Uncles Bay skates it in from the right. Newman there to help him. Newman. Goal. Little extracurriculars there after the goal. 12-0 Woodbury with 1:30 of running time left. Schillings will go to the penalty box with number 7, so offsetting there between the two. Uncles Bay, Newman, and Boomer now is your right winger. Is Boomer, Fleeman, and Hensler your D-men. Boomer, soft shot, slapped away. Too much pressure by Woodbury. 40 seconds left to the neutral zone. Bodies are flying. And whistled. 30 seconds. Gliniani, Van Leer, and Boomer. Glancy and Pidich. 15 seconds running time. Shot, glove, save. That's game. 12-0 Woodbury. Thanks for joining.